know when it's the full moon, because they are a little extra.
That is true.
So I will agree
Yep.
that if she's the patron goddess of animals and children, she probably knows what phase the moon is all the time, because it affects them.
I used to work with kids too.
Yeah.
I completely understand what you're saying. Yep, you can tell.
Yeah, and then for rose quartz, I think of Kuan Yin energy, compassion,
Ooh.
Mother Mary, that divine grace, right, and empathy. Also Aphrodite, right, love,
Who I've
self-esteem,
been working with.
Yeah. So there's no one goddess for one crystal, and there's so many different goddesses from different pantheons. The ones I just rattled off are from all different pantheons, and so we're gonna dive into a few. I'm excited.
Yeah, sounds good. I think first we'll talk about ways to connect with your inner goddess, and then that will lead us into talking about the different goddesses that there are. And then maybe we'll take a little break, show the crystals, and then go back to...
And then the crystal a little bit. I love that.
Yeah, okay. So we'll kind of go with that.
Lisa agrees with us. She works in vet med.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely correct about the animals and the full moon.
It's crazy.
Yep, daycare. Linda to daycare. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it, Cheryl. Or if you work at like a ER, the ER gets crazy on the full moon.
Yeah. Oh, I have an older dog at home, and so he's pretty like couch potato vibes most of the time. But I noticed that when the moon is full, then he is zipping around the yard.
Energy
and it's
activated.
So good seeing him like that. So.
We're frozen on our screen, Tom. I don't know if it's frozen for you, but
Is it frozen in general?
oh, I like that. Sexy. That purple.
That is very pretty. Hi,
Hey, Scott. Well, good. I'm glad they can still see us then.
Exactly.
We'll keep going, yeah.
I'm glad we have
Okay.
some guys joining tonight.
Necessary. Hi, friends.
Yes. All right, so I wrote up a ton of stuff. I'm just gonna, kind of go through that. Connecting with your goddess, your inner goddess, or your divine feminine side, a lot of us will automatically think, okay, that's like wearing beautiful jewelry or clothing or doing our makeup or getting a boudoir photo shoot, putting flowers in our hair. And all of those are great ways to feel like a goddess and connect with your inner goddess. But if you don't really have the time or the money to like gather those things or to get the photo shoots done, that is okay, because there's deeper ways to connect with your inner goddess that you can do on a daily basis and for free. So the things I just mentioned are more external. So I'm talking about the internal things. For example, step 1, connecting with your emotions. That is so important. A lot of us run away from our emotions, or, we have too much going on. So we're like, you know what? I'm feeling this sadness or this anger or this grief, but I'm just going to push it aside because I can't deal with that right now. I'm going to focus on this. But what happens is it builds up over time, and it can it can make us sick in the end.
Absolutely, 100% will physically manifest and give you ailments and symptoms, 100%.
Exactly. So it is important to feel your emotions as they come, to allow yourself to cry if you need to cry, punch a pillow if you need to punch a pillow. Just let those emotions flow. Emotions are beautiful. Even the negative emotions that we feel are beautiful. They're necessary. We need to feel them.
Agreed. Flow is a perfect word, because you don't want to just sit in your emotions for long periods of time. That's not helpful either. You don't want to clutch onto your emotions or be led 24/7 by your emotions. Flow is exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Don't harbor in the body in a negative or a positive way, right? Let those things flow through you. And moonstone is actually known for being a stone of flow, whether that's your moon flow or your emotional flow or a flow of energy. Moonstone is really good for tapping into the flow.
Exactly. So, again, emotions are normally linked with the feminine side. So, growing up in our society, men aren't allowed to have emotions. They need to just tough it out. And girls can feel their emotions, and it's normal. Or they're crazy because they're too emotional, which I've been called too emotional before, We all have,
I was gonna
but
say,
it's
pretty sure every lady
okay.
has.
And it's okay for men to feel into their emotions. We all have a masculine and a feminine side.
Woo!
So,
True.
yes. So, men, feel your emotions. Let them flow. Let them come out. Don't push them aside and think I gotta tough it out, because it's gonna make you sick in the end. It really is. Or it's gonna make you, you're going to get irritated with everything, or look at things in a negative way on a daily basis, or lash out on people for no reason. But, it's because those emotions are stuck. You're not working through them, letting them flow. So, yes.
Very true.
And again, when I'm talking about causing sickness, it can literally down the road, it can cause serious health problems, but even on a day-to-day basis, it can cause generalized anxiety, panic disorders, etc. So, emotions, that is step 1 to connecting with your divine feminine self and to feel more like a goddess. Step 2, connecting with Gaia, Mother Earth. So, I don't know if you guys have heard the saying, Mother Earth, Father Sky. So connecting with the earth, realizing that it is a living, breathing thing. It nurtures us, so we want to nurture it. It takes care of us, so we want to take care of it. So connecting with nature, going outside, being barefoot on the ground, taking care of plants that are inside. And that also goes with moon cycling. So do you know things about moon cycling? Because that's something I'm starting to learn about.
Interesting. There are lots of different types of moon cycles, so I'm curious which one you're referring to.
Just kind of talking about how our menstrual cycle goes in tune with the moon cycle. So,
28
different
days.
times of the month we want to rest, and then there's times of the month that we can go and do more heavier workouts and stuff. So that is kind of what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's necessary with all the technology and all of our medications and things like that. Sometimes we are not in tune with our moon cycle. But it's nice to have so much literature and apps. There's so many books and apps and websites and blogs to help you track your moon cycle, which is just so helpful. I need help tracking anything, so helpful.
It is helpful. Yeah, I started taking track of my cycle a couple years ago, and it has helped me a lot. So I know when it's coming.
To understand your body better. Both of these stones would be good for that. Rose quartz and moonstone, for sure.
So I know that rose quartz is good for physical healing, so it can be good for menstrual cramps. That stuff too. All right, so, I also mentioned in step 2, water, connecting with water too. So not just the earth, but swim. Play in the
Lisa's
stream.
doing both earth and water because she's planting flowers and watering them.
Oh, that is awesome.
Look at that.
Good job, Lisa. You are connecting with your inner goddess today. There you go.
Getting your Gaia on.
Awesome. I love to hear it. Anytime during the stream, let us know ways that you connect with your divine feminine side or your inner goddess. We'd love to hear it. All right, step 3, nourish, love, and caring for your body. So there are so many different ways that you can do this. Number 1 is food. So I want to talk about health, because health is so important. And when our body feels good, then our mind's going to feel good. And that's going to help us connect to our goddess side. So a lot of goddesses are pictured with glowing eyes, skin, long hair, which those are all signs of health, right? Or
to be radiant. How
Yes,
often do you
radiant.
get that compliment?
Exactly.
Oh, you look radiant today. I try and give it out, but that's,
that's
a little
a
bit
good
what we're
one.
talking
That's
about,
a good
right?
one.
That glow of health that, we
Exactly.
only talk about if it's a pregnant woman glowing with health. Well, they're not the only people that are radiant.
Yeah,
Other
exactly.
people
We
are
can all
glowing
glow.
with health too, yeah. So
Yeah.
bringing a little more radiance into your life and maybe, expressing to others when they are looking radiant or are acting radiant towards you. Feel free to use that word, that glowing with health.
Exactly. And that's also not just, eating healthy, but talking to yourself in a healthy way. So
Yeah.
positive affirmations, looking in the mirror, picking out the things that you love about yourself, telling your body, I love you, I'm going to take care of you because you take care of me, you know.
The crystals will help hold that vibration for you when you're feeling like it's hard to say that to yourself. Maybe you don't believe it, or maybe you're too busy, but these crystals hold that nurturing, self-esteem, gentle, pink fuzzy hug energy 24/7. They don't get sad, they don't get tired, they don't get late or anxious or anything. That is their job. Not all crystals are a soothing, peaceful, loving, nurturing vibration, but these are. So in the vein of saying positive things to yourself, these crystals will say positive things to you subconsciously at a molecular and cellular level.
Yeah. Oh, and that actually reminds me about water. So I actually put all these positive messages on my water bottle. I don't know if you want to show it under the thingy.
Course.
So get positive stickers, or you can write positive affirmations on your water bottle, or you can speak positive words to your water, and it actually changes the structure of the water.
I don't know if you've done any work with Dr. Emoto. He's written some great books, and he has some great YouTube videos and interviews. Dr. Emoto has done years worth of studies on exactly what we're talking about: water, speaking to water, or having a water be blessed or be yelled at, right? And so he has, in my mind, proven that he takes the same jar of water, two different jars, but the same type of water, same jar, all that stuff. And, one person says, I love you to the jar for a day, and another person says, I hate you to the jar for a day. And when you look at it with a high-powered microscope, the water that says, I love you all day long, the water structure, the molecular structure is beautiful and geometric and lovely and mathematical, and it looks like a snowflake. And it's pleasing and aesthetic to look at. And the water that's been said, I hate you, or you fool, or you are stupid, right? They try all these different negative things. The molecular structure of that water is always asymmetrical, jagged, uneven, dark.
It's so crazy that happens. That is wild.
So whether you're saying it out loud or you're having your crystals be near it, that vibration of your thank you, gratitude, I love myself, thankful for this water, right? Happy to be nourished, or whether you're just having crystals near your water, or near your food, or near your personal self. I feel like science is getting closer and closer every day to finding the right tests to be able to prove what we've been saying all along. And if you haven't checked out Dr. Emoto, it's just a great way to visually see the water that has been treated with love and kindness. When you look at it under a microscope, it's breathtaking and beautiful. And the water that has been, said things that are abusive things, or are things that are unkind, the water is just so dirty and murky and ungeometric.
And you can imagine what that's doing to your body when you ingest
We
it.
are 75-80% water, so yes, I can imagine what that is doing to us at a molecular level. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Yeah.
And the more water you drink, the better. I'm also an esthetician, and when I was in school, I learned when we drink water, obviously our organs inside are so important, so the water is going to go there first, and then it's going to go to our skin last. So if we aren't drinking enough water, if we're dehydrated, our skin is going to be compromised, and we're not going to have as much of that healthy glow as we would if we were hydrated.
I agree fully. Drinking a gallon of water a day is the best thing I ever do.
Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Water. So let's see. And then also taking care of your body on the outside as well. So taking blissful baths, using products with good ingredients.
Both of these crystals are safe to go in the bath.
Yep. I would
always do your research before you bring a crystal into the tub, right? Because our pores are open, our skin is open, and we don't want to do any damage to the crystal either. Selenite will just start floating away on you, disintegrating away on you. But these are 2 quartz-based stones. You can bring any quartz-based stone. This is a feldspar, and that's a quartz, but they're both in that silica quartz family, so they are both safe to bring in the tub.
It's awesome. Oh, so yeah, you can have a goddess themed tub, have your crystals all around, your incense, your candles,
Hot
rose
tub,
petals.
pool, a foot bath.
Yeah.
Right? A basin with some salts and some water and a crystal, and just really ground down or really release toxins.
And I want to say something about massage too, because massage touch is so important, and a lot of us can't afford to get massages from a professional on a regular basis. You know, we may or may not have a partner that will, you know, give you a little massage, or maybe they don't want to.
Or maybe they're not good at it.
That
Some
too.
people are not good at it. My mom's always trying to offer massage. No thanks. She's terrible at it.
That's so funny.
Ay, ay, ay.
So self-massage is
Woo.
great, and it's possible, especially
with
like
crystals.
the face. You know,
Oh,
yeah.
the round ones.
Yep.
Oh.
I was gonna say tennis ball. You can like,
Yes.
you know, put it on the wall and kind of rub around.
Spheres. If you got a sphere at home, oh, I take
you
my
go.
spheres all over me.
We have crystal gua shas too.
Yep.
Yep. So you can use that on your face, and then even just like, you know, just put oil on your arm and just go like this. Just do it. Get
If there's
things
some
flowing.
essential oils in that oil, then the better, right? You're getting that plant medicine integrated to your
Exactly.
body as well.
Yep. Yep. And it
Connecting with
helps-
the earth, connecting with Gaia,
helps
right?
everything
The
flow.
crystals, the water, the plant oils.
All right. So that's nourishing, loving, and cherishing your body. Step 4, I wrote creating a safe place for others. That was the first thing that I wrote. So I'm more or less talking about your relationship with others, your relationship with other people or with animals. Those relationships are important. Who you surround yourself by is important. How you treat others is important. And how you're being treated or letting others treat you is important. So it's great to review the relationships in your life, the love relationships, the friendships, the family relationships. You know, spend time thinking about each one and think about, you know, the ways in which, oh, you know what? Like, I really am so grateful for this person for X, Y, and Z. And I want to show them how grateful I am for them. I want to tell them how special they are to me. A lot of the times, which I was just talking to somebody about this the other day, is a lot of the times we don't spend time sitting and just talking about how great someone is and how grateful they are and telling them this until it's their funeral. That happens
Send
a lot of
flowers
time.
while they're living.
Exactly.
Don't bother when they've already gone. They don't need them. Send those flowers to the living.
Yeah. And just do good. Do good. Be kind to others. Be humble. Listen to your loved ones when they need to talk, when they need someone to listen to. You know, make others feel important. Just be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I'm not saying do that with, you know, the people who are treating you like absolute crap. You don't need to if that's the case, you don't need to keep them in your life. But if there's somebody that, you know, you're having an issue with, but you're like, but I want them in my life, you know, sit down, talk with them, express how you're feeling, try to work on it with them, you know. Healthy relationships.
Clean and clear
are going to be-
relationships.
Yeah, health, that is so important, so important. It's so important to check in with people, even if they seem okay on the outside. You know, you never know.
Everyone is going through it. That's what the human experience is. We are all struggling.
We are all struggling. You know, everyone's issues are different, but it doesn't mean that some are greater than others. You know, so it's good to be there for each other and just, you know, be that positive, loving influence.
That is what rose quartz is all about. Moonstone is more of peaceful, which it's easier to be loving when you're peaceful, but rose quartz is, as most of you probably know, like the epitome of love for self, love for others, a loving vibration, a big fuzzy pink hug. So any sort of giving love to yourself or giving love to others, rose quartz is definitely an excellent choice.
That is definitely why it's a good gift. A lot of people who come in and they're getting a gift for someone go right to rose quartz.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's a way to show your love. And also, along with people, you also want to have a good relationship with animals and pets, and treat the animals in your life kindly. If you have a pet at home, think about how grateful you are to them, and spend some extra time giving them, the pets or the scratches or the cuddles. Take them for that walk that you might not want to go on, but that they would really enjoy. So, yeah. Relationships. And then step 5, so this is the last step that I came up with, which is connecting with goddesses. So that will bring us right into talking about some of the goddesses that are out there. Every single religion, for the most part, has their different versions of a goddess or goddesses. Like Christianity has Mother Mary, and then there's multiple Greek goddesses. Wiccan has the triple moon goddess, which is the mother maiden and the crone. So, yeah. And then just, the earth is the goddess. Goddess energy.
For sure.
So, do your research. If you don't know too much, Google. There's tons of books on all the different goddesses, because you can really dig deep into seeing like which goddesses are good for what, and you can work with different ones at different times depending on what you're trying to work on. So me, for example, I've been trying to work more on self-love. So Aphrodite, while she's known as, like the sex goddess, I'd say, she's also good for self-love.
Absolutely.
So that is why I have her on my pendant, and I've been, working with her energy. And ways you can connect with your goddesses, very simple. You can talk to them like you're praying to them. You can write to them, and you can meditate with them, really. Crystals, different crystals connect with different goddesses. So moonstone, like Coral said earlier, good to connect with the moon goddesses. And then the rose quartz, Aphrodite.
Any goddess that has to do with compassion, loving compassion.
Yep. So, I definitely want to mention the triple moon goddess. Yeah, I feel like that's a good one, because that goes for the different phases of your life. So the triple moon is made up of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So the maiden is, when you're young, you're, youthful, you don't need to take care of somebody else yet. The mother is when you are, at that age where you're taking care of children. You don't have to be a mother to be in the mother phase,
Lots of things need to be mothered. Plants need to be mothered, or else they'll die on you, right? Yep. The cake needs to be mothered, or else it will just crumble apart. So lots of ways to nurture.
Lisa mentioned, the maiden, the mother, the crone. Yeah. And then the crone, that's
wise woman earned her wisdom and her gray stripes and passage to worlds of wisdom. Sometimes they symbolize it when they draw it out as like a crescent moon facing towards the left side, and then a full circle for the full moon, and then a crescent moon facing to the right side.
So I actually have some notes here. I'm currently taking a class with this woman her name's Robin, but she goes by Tala Wolf. That's her Wiccan name. Yeah, it is beautiful. So she has like all these good notes from this class I'm taking with her. So I am just going to read, actually, these 3 things right here. So the maiden, in her words, is the young and beautiful goddess, which symbolizes new beginnings, great potential, and independence. Her symbol is the waxing crescent moon. So they have different moons that go with them as well. The mother represents Mother Earth, fulfillment, I can't even say that. Do you know what that is?
Consummation.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Like a blessing, consummation. Like to consummate a marriage, right, is when you...
Oh, Lisa knows Robin.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, she's awesome. Let's see. She is the nurturing mother with a child, but is also sexual, sensual, strong, and the ultimate in feminine power, and her symbol is the full moon. And then we have the crone, is the wise elder woman respected for her vast experience and knowledge gained throughout life. with the ability to discern the time for endings and able to cut the cord when necessary. Her symbol is the waning crescent moon. So that makes sense. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice when you put them all together in that form. They make that cool little shape that we even have like some boxes at the shop that have that like moon, the crescent moon and the full moon and the crescent moon, I think. Pretty sure I saw it. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, want to start going through some of the crystals?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We will start with the rose quartz.
Let's do it.
All right. So all of the crystals that we're going to show you guys today are going to be 20% off.
Woo!
Woohoo! If you see a crystal that you want, you just have to comment. So for example, we're going to go over this first one, which is a rose quartz sphere number 1. So you can just comment number 1 rose quartz or rose quartz sphere number 1, anything you want to claim it. This will be open for, 24 hours, Tom? So
24 hours to get your treasure.
So if you aren't live right now, but you're watching this within 24 hours of it being live, you can still comment and claim things as long as they haven't been claimed yet. And then we will reach out to you via Messenger.
Catch that replay.
And go from there. So that way you can get your crystal. So let's go through the rose quartz.
Rose quartz is for Tauruses.
Oh,
it's that
that's
Venus, Taurus energy. Yep, heart chakra. So it'll come with a sphere stand. And this is a honkin' one. Those are my hands. Like this is
that must feel so nice. You can just sit and hold that and meditate with that.
Perfect. That's a perfect way to do it, is to hold it and meditate.
All right.
But yeah, this one is number 1.
So I think it's originally 70 and it'll be 56.
Now it's 56.
Yeah, okay. So you can get this sphere for $56. So
it is a chunky girl.
Yes, it is.
We love a chunky goddess. Right? Often we see the goddess depicted as being more round and voluptuous and curvaceous, especially in like matriarchal, ancient matriarchal societies. And that's because that's a sign of what we were talking about, being radiant, being healthy, being good to yourself. If you were chunky, then that meant that you were like doing well in life. You had crops and food, and like you didn't have to slave away every day. You had the chance to get chunky. So we like a good chunky goddess and a good chunky crystal.
There you go. All right, so that's rose quartz sphere number 1. And then our second rose quartz is a pyramid here.
Good size. Definitely fits in the palm of your hand. Pyramids have a healing energy just by their shape. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, there is fascinating books, articles, and videos on people have built modern pyramids, and they measure the vibrations and the frequencies inside of the pyramids, and they do different like healing research studies, and it's wild the difference of energy inside a pyramid versus outside.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can give you the information if you'd like it. So, which even though you can't get inside of this rose quartz pyramid, I wish that you could, still the shape of it really concentrates the crystal power, and there's a lot of science behind the pyramid shape being like a conductor of energy, and so it's just powering up that rose quartz energy. This one is number 2, so it was originally $25, and you can get it for $20.
Yay!
If it floats your boat.
All right, so this rose quartz pyramid number 2 is $20. So actually, that reminded me of Andrew has a meditation that we've done before where we actually like mentally go inside our crystal. So you could do that.
Yes, I have done that before.
And then it also reminded me of a time when I was in Bali and I went to this like sound healing thing, and it was inside a pyramid.
It's on purpose.
It was literally amazing.
It is on purpose.
The only downfall was like I just drank a huge coconut water, and I had to go to the bathroom so bad that I couldn't fully enjoy the experience, but it was still great.
This is a double-ended wand, perfect for sending and receiving energy. One end is wider than the other. The wide end is the feminine end. The small end is the masculine end. You can use it to send or receive energy in any way that you'd like. There's lots of ways to move energy in a room or through the body, but one of the ways that I've learned for healing the body is to take the feminine end, the round end, and scoop out the negative energy, scoop out the injury.
Ooh.
Not actually physically, just energetically, but you gather up the incorrect energy or the trauma or the unbalance in the feminine side, and then you release it, sorry, taking it off screen, then you release it through the masculine side. So you like scoop it and then release. Sorry. Release, like you open like a portal or you have a trash can or it's into the earth, right?
Oh, I
So you,
like that.
Scoop with the
I'm gonna
feminine.
do that later.
Scoop it with the feminine and then like release with the negative. So anyways, if you want more information on that, you can just send us an email, ask, we'll let you know. But you don't have to use it for that at all. It's a beautiful double-ended wand, but one end is bigger than the other, and so that would be the feminine end, and the thinner end would be the masculine end. This is a double-ended rose quartz wand. It was originally $16, and you can get this beauty for $12. It has lots of rainbows.
I know, it's hard to see the rainbows on the screen, or just in general how beautiful it is on the screen, but yeah, it is a beautiful piece.
Oh, stunner.
This one, I think, actually even has more rainbows than this one, and I believe it's also the same price for $12.
Yep, $12.
So,
again, it has the masculine and
yep.
feminine end and lots of rainbows.
You see, like, in this part, okay, those kind of like chips inside, like internal, because that's where the rainbows are.
Yeah, it also looks like this one is self-healed. So there is a crack all the way across and through the center, but you can't feel it from the outside, right? That means that the crack is on the inside of the crystal and that the crystal grew and healed around it.
Oh,
so it's
wow, that's beautiful.
completely smooth on the outside, but you can see there's a layer. Right?
Yeah,
you
that
can
is so
see that
pretty.
break. So that's not glued together, and it's not like a chip that happened, you know, at the store. And you also cannot feel it from the outside. It's completely smooth. That's because the crystal healed itself. And they say that self-healed crystals, they heal themselves so they can heal you and help you over your triumph, right? It triumphed over whatever tried to break it. It grew over it and kept going. So it can either heal you or it can help you overcome an obstacle, because that's what it did already for itself.
I'm just laughing at Lisa's comment right
Same,
now.
I just got it too. Us too. We
have
work
your
for
paycheck.
crystals often. We struggle to take a paycheck
Oh my
home at Funky
gosh.
Stuff because
I know.
we give it to the crystals. So we said that this one was $12. We said that.
Yes.
already, yes.
Okay, so that is it for our points. Then this one is a very unique piece that we have. I believe it's a Native American skull, so those are feathers.
Yes. Yeah. I definitely say it's a Mohawk skull.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that would be really nice for an altar piece.
And it's nice to hold in your hands. Skulls can sometimes be big or like clunky, and this is like a super sleek,
Yeah.
smooth, thin piece. Definitely large, right? It's the size of my palm, which is quite big, but yeah, it is really unique, right? I've seen a lot of rose quartz skulls, but I've never seen one that looks like this.
Yeah, right? I know, and that's the only one that we have in our shop. There's nothing else that looks like that.
Yeah, this skull was $100, and you can have it for $80.
$80, so $20 off this one. So that's a really good deal.
The detail on the teeth.
I know. Are you able to hold it
Nose.
up a little bit closer, like, or does it get fuzzy? Nice. All right, and that's what number is that again?
5.
5. Okay, so this is rose quartz number 5, and you can get it for $80. So if you're interested in it, just let us know via comments. All right, and then we have I believe this is called a Merkaba. Am I right?
Yeah,
okay.
Merkaba, yeah.
Oh, yep. So this is essentially what our spirit looks like.
So
right?
the
Outside of
Merkaba
our
is the
body?
sacred geometry,
Okay.
and it is the vehicle for the spirit.
Oh,
right?
okay.
This is the taxi cab. So the Merkaba is meant to be like a diamond and have a point on the bottom at the top. That's not how they sit. They sit like that, flat on one side, because it's almost impossible to make one that will sit on a point. But that's how they're supposed to be, is like this. You can hold it in one finger, holding a point at the top, and one holding it at the bottom. So it is sacred geometry. Merkaba stands for Mer, Ka, and Ba, which is light, body, spirit. It's an Egyptian, there's a lot of argument about where the name and the symbol comes from. Way back, real old. Egyptian, older, who knows? And so the soul is said to travel in the Merkaba. And it's fascinating because we have modern medicine now where when people pass away, there's all kinds of people in the room and monitors and doctors and things. And people have described seeing a shape like this floating over the body of their deceased loved one, or leaving the body. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Oh my gosh, I gotta do research.
Doctors have written some books on it. It's very interesting to get like a doctor's, and these people are not spiritual, right? The loved one dies, right? And they're there in their grief, and the doctor leaves to do whatever, and the doctor comes back, and the patient will say, oh, I saw this weird light, or energy or apparition or whatever they want to call it. I saw this weird shape, and the doctor would be like, oh, will you draw it? And they draw it out, and every single time it is this shape.
That's
that they are
crazy.
drawing. So
oh my God, that
the
just,
Egyptians
gave me
believe
goosebumps.
that this, and that it spins, right? That this is how it sits, and that I'm doing a bad job, but that it goes like this, and that it spins, and that your soul is inside it, and that's how it moves from dimension to dimension or body to body. So yeah, if you want a carved rose quartz Merkaba, this is number 6. It was $60, and you can have it for $48 if you like it.
$48 for this one. All right, and then what everybody wants.
Yes, it comes with the stand.
Rose quartz heart.
Rose quartz heart. Stunning pink color. Excellent grade on this pink.
That's
Perfect for
really
the
nice to
hands.
hold, to put on your heart.
Right?
You can lay
Kuan Yin
down
energy.
and put it on
Absolutely,
your chest.
put it on your heart. Put it on your heart space. Excellent Kuan Yin and Mother Mary energy.
Oh.
That would fit beautifully on the heart.
All right, I'm going to give this to Tom. Lisa just claimed it.
Excellent.
Thank you,
So yeah, it sits nicely on the sand. It fits beautifully in your hands. This is number 7. It was $45, and if you'd like it, it's $36 for you. So yeah, beautiful, divine, empathy, energy.
All right, thank you. So now we have 2 free forms. They're both beautiful, but they have a couple differences. So
Yeah.
this is number 8. This is our first one.
Beautiful generator.
Or tower, I would say.
Yeah, tower generator for sure. It has too many sides for an obelisk. Obelisk has 4 sides, and this one has 6 sides. So it's a hexagonal generator or tower. And it's number 8. Mm-hmm. It used to be $60. You can have it for $48. It's a really beautiful pink.
Yeah. And then this one is going to be the same price, but I love this one. This has some, I'll show you the sizes real quick. So this is what they look like. So they're pretty big.
Honkin'.
They're honking.
We're bringing some honkin' chonky pieces.
So number 9, so this has gold in it, which is so beautiful.
So I would say that this is a rose quartz and there's some gold in it, right? So that would be like golden healer.
Yeah,
quartz
exactly.
Inclusions happening. That's a big one, but there's lots of like littler ones all over it. It has great rainbows, great lines going through it. The bright lights are, oh, that's a nice one. The bright lights wash it out a little bit, but it's a beautiful pink. It has great lines and growth patterns and phantoms, and then the orange bits.
So that is number 9, and that's also $48. Okay, and then we have a tiny sphere.
Sphere Stan will go home with ya. Spheres are great because they give the energy out to the entire room. Towers and pyramids are great for gridding or directing energy or amplifying energy because that is their cut. Spheres are great for bringing energy to an entire room or bringing a soothing energy because it's not pointed in one direction. It just gently emanates in all directions.
Yeah.
This one was $25 and it is now $20, and this is number 10. Perfect to go in your pocket, on your altar, on your. We're talking about beauty ritual. That would be great.
Oh, you know
in your bathroom,
what?
Shower, nightstand.
Put it in the
bathroom.
fridge, make it
Fridge,
cold, and then
on
you
your
can,
face.
put it on your face.
Or
like
just
the ice roller.
next to your sink where you wash your hands every day. Bring some loving energy every time you wash your hands.
All right. So we have some palm stones next. So these are good to carry around and to meditate with, and they just feel so good in my hands.
Excellent for meditating. Excellent for prayer.
So there's
excellent
the
for
bigger
reverence.
one.
Yeah, this is number 11. This is almost like a lilac-y pink. Yeah, it has like a darker, bluer undertone.
Has nice flashes in it.
Yeah. This one was $20 and it is now $16. This is number 11.
All right. And then our next palm stone's a little bit smaller, so you can see the difference there. I feel like this one has more of a peach color.
Right. I was just gonna
and
say
this
next to
one's
each other, you
more-
can really see what I
yeah.
meant about this one being like a cool pink, and this one's a peachy pink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Light pink. This is number 12. Used to be $10. Now it's $8.
Awesome. All right, and then we're gonna go into some jewelry.
Yum.
So-
Keep that rose quartz near and dear to ya.
Yes, these bracelets we have multiple of, so multiple people can claim the bracelets. They're actually new to the shop. First time I saw them was today.
And they're a bigger bead.
Yes.
They're like a more organic, shaped, not perfectly round, bigger bead.
so it
that's
feels really
nice.
good. Yeah, what do you think? I feel like it's a tiny bit bigger than the bracelets that we normally carry.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so we have multiple of these. They are originally 15 or 10? 10. They're originally 10, so it's going to go for $8. So multiple people can claim this. And then,
Number 13.
Yes, that's number 13. Okay, and then multiple people cannot claim this one. We only have one left. But there's a rose quartz pendant. So I believe the top is sterling silver, if I'm correct. So that's number 14, I believe is 25.
It was $25, but now it's $20. Because you're at Crystal Convos with Meg and Coral. Number
So-
14. It's on a cord already, so you can wear it or gift it right away.
And that's definitely just some good goddess vibes there. And then we have 2 more pendants. We have multiples of these, so multiple people can claim them. They will each be $8, a teardrop shape and a heart shape. So the teardrop shape is 15 and the heart is 16. So you can just type in rose quartz 16 or rose quartz 15. And again, multiple people can claim these, and you have 24 hours to claim these. So
They're nice and light for everyday wear.
And we will send you a necklace cord with them as well. So that's it for the rose quartz.
Woo! Feeling so loving.
I wanted to mention one more time our giveaway.
Yes.
So Coral picked out a moonstone heart. This is perfect to keep on you in your pocket, in your bra, wherever. So as long as you comment at any time during this stream, no matter what you say, you can just say hi. Your name will be entered into the wheel that Tom will spin at the end.
The Wheel of Names.
Yes. So even if you are just popped on for a little bit and you're like, well, I have to get off, so I probably shouldn't enter, still enter if
We'll
you
send
win.
it to you,
Yes,
yeah.
we will message you. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for commenting. All right. Sounds good. So, before we move on to the moonstone, is there anything that we wanted to add into the goddess talk?
Rose quartz is for Taurus energy. I think I said that. Taurus energy, Venus energy, heart chakra energy. Yeah.
Very nice.
that's it.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll head right into the moonstone then. It looks like Lisa is a moonstone mama, so that is good to know.
Excuse me, allergic to all this fun we're having.
I'm replacing that with this, by the way.
Love it.
Yes. So we can start off with that. They're in order now?
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Number one. Another chunky girl. This is an obelisk, technically, because there are 4 sides.
Yep.
An obelisk. An obelisk has a triangle on the top, a pyramid on the top, and a square cube on the bottom. If you're ever like, what's the difference between a generator and a tower and an obelisk? Egyptians would tell you, it's not an obelisk unless it has triangle, pyramid on the top, and a square tower shape on the bottom.
The thing that I love about moonstone the most is that a lot of the times you're going to find blue flashes throughout it. So I think there are some in that. I don't know if you can like move it around a little bit to show the flash.
And
It's kind of like a labradorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it to catch on the screen, but
Oh, that's okay.
to answer your question, Teresa, I love that you're asking about star rose quartz. I didn't even think about like talking about the other different types because there's so many types of rose quartz.
Oh, yeah.
I do not think that the star changes the direction of the energy. I think it adds to it, but I still think it's an overall undulating, perfectly balanced energy in every direction. I don't think the energy is more concentrated where the star is, but star rose quartz are rare. I think it's less than 10%. I think it's like 6% or something like that. It's less than 10% of quartz, or usually it's in like ruby, have stars in them. So yours is quite rare if it has a star in
I
it.
was gonna say, I don't think I've heard of that before, so do you mind
I usually
explaining
buy
what
them
star
when we
is?
get them in the store. I usually buy them right away and don't let them stay in the store. So that's probably why you don't
Okay.
see them, because I just snatch them up. I'll have to bring them in. I wish I had one to show. Do we have a sphere over there? Even like the smaller one, it doesn't matter. So we had some blue rose quartz come in that had stars on them, and I snatched them up so quick. I also have a garnet sphere from Funky Stuff that has a star in it.
Now, are you talking about the shape of a star?
No.
No. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah, okay.
You gotta-
It is, yep. So this, you can see the light shining on there. And it's just sort of a glow, right? Almost like around the moon. Ignore the big O-ring light. I mean, just like this general circle over here. It looks like the moon, it's glowing in every direction. When you have a star, there are lines that come from the glow. So the light is reflecting on the crystal, and this uniform circular glow will come out in a point. You can have a 4-pointed star or a 6-pointed star. The 6 ones are obviously rare. Now, I wish I knew what made the light refract in the star pattern. So, star is a loose term. It doesn't actually look like a star.
Got it.
But instead of just that circle, instead of radiating out evenly in every direction, the beams of light will come out like a cross if it's a 4-pointed star.
Got it.
Or if it's a 6-pointed star, it'll be like almost in every direction.
Got it. Okay.
So almost like a star you see in the sky versus like a star you draw perfectly on a paper. It doesn't look like that. But when you see like a planet or a star in the sky glowing, it almost comes off as these points.
Okay.
So, right, to find a star is only going to show in a sphere. I don't know why. I guess the cut helps show the light refraction. I don't know why only less than 10% of them reflect light that way. There'd be an Andrew or a Kai or an Adrian question. They're very nerdy with the minerals and the geology and that stuff. But I do know that stars are rare. It's less than 10%. It's only going to show in a sphere. It has to be polished. You're looking for the light refraction. And when your light refracts on your sphere, if it goes into points, that's a star. And you can look it up on Google and YouTube, and there's videos of it. So, yeah.
I am definitely doing that.
Yeah, excellent question. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for sharing
Teresa
that,
says she has a few, so thank you for asking the question. Thank you for, they're not super rare. It's not the Hope Diamond, right? I definitely have a few spheres with stars on them, but I'm pretty confident, that it's like less than 10% of all rose quartz or garnets or sapphires have a star. So, yeah.
Nice. All right. So I guess that goes back into the moonstone.
I'm sorry. We were on the moonstone. Teresa asked me a question. It threw me off my game.
No,
back
that's
to
good.
The moonstone.
We like the question.
Yes, this is a obelisk moonstone generator. It is number 1. I was trying to get the blue flashes to show. I think I can maybe get them to show on some other piece. I don't know if they're going to show for this one. This one was $65, and now it's $52. Thank you for waiting so patiently, everyone who wanted this one. This one is cut really nicely.
Oh, you can see the blue right at the top there, you see?
Perfect,
yeah.
Yep.
So,
it's cut on the side, it's flat on the side, and it's beveled right at the bottom. It's tough to see on the screen. This is a show of craftsmanship. They do not need to buff this edge flat. They do not need to bevel these edges flat. They can just leave it coming to a point, but they have flattened it out, so it's almost like another layer of perfection. So that's just a level of craftsmanship I noticed on that piece.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. All right. Piece number 2.
So that leads us into the spheres.
Yeah.
We have 3 different spheres to show you. So this one has more black in it versus the next one we're going to show you has more of the white.
These are from India. The black in moonstone is black tourmaline. So this one has a high concentration of black tourmaline. So this is excellent for balance. Moonstone is for peace and ease and grace and flow. Black tourmaline is for grounding and centering and protection, stability, strength. So these are excellent balancing. Black tourmaline is masculine, moonstone is feminine.
Wow. That's really nice.
I got a little blue on there. Yeah. So this is a great balancing stone. This is number 2. It was $25.
Yeah, now it'll be 20.
And now it's going to be 20. Moving on to number 3. Whoop. Maybe. Don't worry. Yours will come with a sphere stand. Whoop. This one has less black tourmaline, but that's okay. She's still a pretty girl, right? This is a feldspar. Moonstone is a type of feldspar. You have white moonstone, black moonstone,
saw some flashes right
peach
there.
Moonstone. Some people will ask for blue moonstone. Blue moonstone just refers to a lot of blue flash.
Oh, okay.
So, or you hear people ask for rainbow moonstone. Rainbow moonstone is when it's like the white and the black and the gray and not just like these are not rainbow moonstone because they don't have all those other like colors we were seeing in the towers. These would technically be called a blue moonstone but it's just talking about that blue flash. Ooh, I got it.
Oh,
She's
that is so beautiful.
sexy. It's more impressive in person, I promise. We got a lot of lights in here, which the moonstone gets shy. This is a blue moonstone. It's never blue like raspberry blue. It's just talking about the blue flash, and it's not a rainbow moonstone because a rainbow moonstone is something like this, right? Where it's got an inclusion of all the different crystals that grow with moonstone in the matrix. Black moonstone is actually black or gray, and peach moonstone is actually peach or brown. This one is number 3, and it was originally $25, and it is also $20. So all the spheres are going to be nope. Just kidding.
Just the first two.
First two.
Yeah, the third one I believe
is bigger.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger.
She cannot be lumped in with the others. So, moonstone grows with smoky quartz. Ooh, that's a big portal of smoky quartz right there. If you ever have any gray spots on your moonstone, that's smoky quartz. The black spots on your moonstone are black tourmaline. The white or the blue flash is feldspar. That's the moonstone. And then this one has some
that has some beautiful blue flashes in it.
Yeah, and it has some interesting browns and yellows in it, which I want to say are tourmaline. You can't quote me on that. You can't hold me accountable. You do your homework, but moonstone she's friendly. She's a girl who gets around, and she loves to grow with other crystals. So this one is a little bit bigger, and she got some other crystals going on. Definitely smoky quartz. I think there's a little bit of a tourmaline in there, besides just the black. And this one is a little bit bigger. She was originally $40, and she's 32. And this one is number
4.
I lost my little 4 tag somewhere, but that's all right. Oh, it's on the sphere stand.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we have some hearts, which reminds us that the giveaway today is a moonstone heart. So again, if you just hopped on and you haven't commented yet, comment, say hi, anything you want. You're going to be entered into the wheel.
$15 heart for free for saying what's up. Hello.
Yep, that's
I love
it.
crystals.
Yep, you'll be entered
Put a
into
weird
the wheel.
emoji. Yeah, Jordan's got the emojis.
There you
right?
go.
That could be yours. Number 5. Perfect palm size. Perfect palm stone. Just in a heart shape. Number 5 was originally $15, but you get it today for $12. Excellent inclusion of the smoky quartz, the black tourmaline, and the moonstone. This is one of the bigger ones. Mm-hmm. Number 6 is a little smaller. They're all roughly the same. This one's a little wider, right? It's a little shorter, but it's a little wider. They're all roughly the same, just a little bit differently carved. This has got the smoky quartz, the black tourmaline, and the moonstone.
Beautiful.
Feldspar. This one is also $12. Chicka chicka pow. I spent more than that on lunch, so.
Right, same.
7's a pretty big girl. She's also $15. Nope, just kidding. She was originally $15 and she's gonna be $12. What am I thinking? We're doing a sale.
So they're all 12, right?
Yeah, they are all 12.
Yeah. Okay,
Correct.
so all of these hearts are 12, and we do have more hearts in the store too. So if the first 3 are claimed and you want a heart as well,
I love this one with the black bottom. Her little black bottom she got going on. I love it.
Oh, Lisa wants to know what color your nail polish is. It looks like
olive, a metallic
an
olive.
olive.
Thank you. Shout out to Dazzle Dry.
I love Dazzle Dry.
I'm so glad you know what it is, Tom.
Yeah, it is
Do you
so
use
good.
the Dazzle Dry? No, Tom doesn't use the Dazzle Dry.
Actually, my spa has Dazzle Dry.
That fills my heart.
Dazzle Dry, it goes on like regular nail polish, but it's as strong and sturdy as a gel.
Thank you for getting the close up, Tom. And we're gonna get some rings on these fingers in a second. So they don't make crystal nail polish, but this is a metallic olive. Shout out to Dazzle Dry for making amazing nail polish. This was we're switching this for number 8.
Yep, so that's originally 90, right? So
yeah. So this is number 8.
Whoa, that is.
This is gonna take all 10 of my beautiful nails.
So it's gonna be 72.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. This one was originally 90. It's going to be 72. This is an excellent tower for gridding or a sacred space or directing energy. It comes to a nice point at the top. All of this beautiful moonstone is channeling that energy, right? And so if you were crystal gridding, you'd be putting the crystals around. You could put candles, tea light candles around it.
That would be pretty.
You could charge your necklaces, your jewelry, your mala around it. It could go in a plant. These crystals are fine to, if you have some beautiful plant and you want to place this in the planter, as long as, there's enough room. This is a pretty big tower.
Or on the side of your bathtub when you're taking your goddess.
Yeah. This is not one for putting in your pocket. This is not
Definitely not.
This is for your altar. This is for your nightstand. This is for your dining room table as your centerpiece or your coffee table. This goes in the window, right? This is a statement piece. So $72.
Yep.
And this is number 8. She's a stunner. I love the black tourmaline wash towards the bottom and then the lighter top.
Oh, let's see, 9, 10, 11.
Thank
so
you.
the next 4 are all palm stones. They're all a little bit different in size, shape, color.
But they're all the same price, $9.
Exactly.
So this is number 9, and it's $9. They all have great inclusions. Oh, look at that blue. Ooh, ooh,
So
ooh,
pretty.
ooh.
I'm so glad we're able to catch some of it on the camera.
Yes, number 9. Moonstone is shy. She doesn't flash with a lot of light. She likes a cloudy day. This is number 10. There is this blue rainbow right here. It's not.
Oh, it's so hard to tell. Kind of. You can kind of see it. Oh, there you go. Oh, you got it. You got it.
And as soon as I feel like I've got it, she's like, "No, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not like that. I'm not like the other girls." Oh, as soon as I get it to flash good, I'm like falling off the side.
So
there it
beautiful.
is. Okay.
So it's not just blue. It has a little bit of a rainbow in the top
there's
there.
a rainbow in it. Okay, number 10, $9. If you don't get it, you're
Seriously,
silly.
$9.
And then the back is like, that's all smoky quartz. You're wild. If you're not getting it, I'm getting it. Silly. And then number 11, I love this like speckled marble. $9. This is number 11. This balance in the matrix of black tourmaline and moonstone. Feminine moonstone, masculine black tourmaline, balancing and integrating those energies. They all have a little bit of flash. That one just had like the biggest pocket, so I tried to get it on screen for you, but they all have a piece of it. Those are all $9. And then the last one of the bunch, number 12. Don't worry, we don't forget about you, number 12. Oh, it's so blue, this whole corner over here.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
We're gonna be here all night if I try, but I promise. I promise. She's a cutie. $9. This is number 12.
Awesome. Ooh, okay, and that brings us into some unique special pieces. We'll start with these rings.
Size 9.
So, yep, there you go. Unfortunately, these are like one and onlys, so we don't have these rings in different sizes, at least not yet. But currently, we have this one right here, which is a size 9. So if you are a size 9 and you love this ring, you can get it. It is on sterling silver. It has a beautiful blue flash to it. It's originally, I believe, $40. Yep, $40, so you will get it for $32. Coral, it looks beautiful on you.
Thank you. Check that nozzle.
I can tell you're like you're thinking to yourself, okay, you know what? I think I might want this.
It fits real good, friends. It fits real good.
So make sure you claim it before Coral does.
Hey. Sterling silver you can wear in the shower, in the tub, in the pool. I never take my rings off. They go through the shower, through the laundry. Who has time? Who has time for that? I love a teardrop shape. It's my absolutely favorite.
So this one's a size 8. So if you are a size 8, then this
it's like
ring
a drop
is
of
for
water.
you.
I have this one. because I can't be without it. And I've probably gotten like 3 over the years. That's one for like every decade.
3 moonstone rings? Or
of this. I like
the teardrop.
Of the teardrop shape. I like that it looks like a drop of water. I'm a water sign, and so I'll have it and it'll last, 5 to 10 years or 3 to 8 years, however long it lasts. And as soon as it breaks or I lose it or whatever, I replace it immediately. But that's the water sign in me. I need that. So, moonstone is a stone for Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. And
yep.
The moon likes to be in the sign of Cancer. It likes to be in water signs. And so I just think it looks like a drop of water. Anyways, again, please comment and take this because I love it. And when no one buys it, I can hear them crying. I can hear the crystals crying that they don't feel loved, and then they have to come home with me.
Oh my God.
And my boyfriend is unhappy. So save Nick the struggle. It is so gorgeous. And it's so light. It's so, it's big, quote unquote big, right? Bigger than a little tiny, we have some tiny stones and tiny rings, but it is so lightweight. It's so easy to wear. It's so comfortable in between the knuckle. Please take this away so that Nick won't be like, what's that on your hand?
Oh my God, that's funny. I keep forgetting both of our boyfriends are named Nick.
I'm sure both of our Nicks
would
on
feel
our
the same way if we brought home
Crystal Patrol.
Like, okay.
So that one was a size 8. It was originally $50, and you can have it for $40. That's stupid. If you don't get it, I'm getting it.
That's a really good deal. Beautiful.
That's number 14.
All right. And then these we have multiple of. These little jars, which are so cute. They look like little spell jars.
A little ASMR.
Oh, yeah.
A little crystal ASMR.
It's like a little shaker. Meditate with it. So this will be number 15.
Number 15 in a great little. I love these for like decoration for crafts. I have different shelves or bookcases or like different things, and so there's always just one little corner, one little nook where it's not big enough to put a plant or a big crystal or anything. And so I have these little jars of chipstones, and so they bring the energy to the space even when it's a tiny space.
They're so cute.
And then if you ever want to craft with them, I do different like crafting with crystals, and I'm like, I just need a couple chipstones here. I'm trying to line my drum or decorate my tarot box. Like, where are my chipstones? And they're lined up on different shelves or windowsills in these cute little bottles. So yeah, this is number 15. It was $10, and you can have it for $8.
Nice.
$8 for that.
Actually, in my shamanic group, one of the things that we had to do is make rattles at one point.
Out of something natural.
Exactly, out of something natural. So here I am trying to figure out what the heck can I use. So I had this little wooden sphere that like you could take the top off. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. It almost looked like a coconut.
I love it.
It could have been a coconut. I'm not sure, but I used that. And then for the rattling part on the inside, I used crystal chips. I used rose quartz and amethyst because that's what I had, but I would soak in some of this.
Are you so glad when you need your crystal chipstones? You just go to it.
You never know when you could use them.
Yeah.
So this brings us to our last piece.
If you want your chipstones on your wrist.
Oh yeah, and
this is it.
We also have multiple of these, so multiple people can claim these beautiful bracelets, which are literally only $4. 16,
number 16, $4. Look at, is that?
Oh, got some beautiful blue flashes. Okay, so Lisa, the Moonstone Mama, is claiming number 4, 8, and 10.
4.
Yep, I'll take that.
8. Yes, get it, girl.
Lisa.
And
Good
10.
Queen. Okay, so we're gonna put these aside.
This is an octahedral. Let me make sure I'm
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an octahedral tower. So that is bringing in the sacred geometry of the number 8. Since you bought it, I'm gonna let you look up, do your homework about the number 8 and about octahedral towers. But it just means that everything that Moonstone is bringing, it's bringing that, and also the vibration of the number 8, which is a lucky number. So be sure to look that up. It has 8 sides to it. Octahedral tower.
All right, so I'll put these aside for you, Lisa. Thank you, Tom. Okay. All right, so that's it for our crystals.
Does anyone want to see anything again?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out.
That is totally fine.
We're happy. We have rose quartz, we have moonstones. We know some people jump on a little bit later. You can always watch the replay, but we are happy to show you. We have moonstone towers, spheres, hearts, palm stones, bracelets, rings, and jars. And we have rose quartz pyramids, wands, spheres, towers, palm stones, skulls, merkabas, hearts, bracelets, pendants. If you want to see that, you let us know. Or if you have any questions about anything we talked about, there's so much to go over, but we're happy to go in depth about anything you want to learn.
Exactly. And again, if you haven't commented yet, comment, say hi, send an emoji. You will be entered into our giveaway to win this moonstone heart. Yes. All right. So I did want to just, before we kind of wrap things up, I want to go over again just the steps one more time.
Yes, please get a pen and a napkin or a Post-it, piece of paper.
So if you just logged on, just as a reminder, so ways to connect with your inner goddess. So we are talking about how most people will automatically go to the external things, which is wearing jewelry, doing your makeup, putting flowers in your hair, dressing up, making you feel like a goddess on the outside. But it starts with the inside. And so the internal things that you can do on a daily basis to connect with your divine feminine side, your inner goddess. So the first one was connecting with your emotions, which we talked a lot about. Emotions are linked to our feminine side, which is why society always says men have to mask their emotions while women are too emotional.
But that's societal conditioning, and crystals don't have societal conditioning. That's why they are great holders for sacred space.
No matter who you are, connect with your emotions, let your emotions flow through you. Don't push them aside, don't push them down, because that is only going to make you sick in the end. It's going to cause daily anxiety. It's going to cause you to lash out at some point or to break down at some point. When you have emotions that you need to feel them. Let them flow. Let them flow out of you, rather than keeping them in. Tom
is
hilarious.
So funny.
Masculine.
He cracks us up, guys,
Yes,
all day long, every day.
Literally, you make me laugh all the time.
Masculine. Hilarious.
All right. So that's number one. Let's see. Number two, connecting with Mother Earth. So getting out in nature. The earth is a goddess in itself. So Mother Earth, Father Sky. So connect with the earth, connect with nature.
Bare feet. Get out.
Yes.
And get your bare feet on the ground.
Just being on the ground barefoot for 15 minutes a day can decrease the inflammation in your body significantly.
This is what I'm talking about with science finally catching up to spirituality.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Often, I'm sure someone in your family says, go play outside, go be barefoot, or someone who just, I love to be barefoot at the beach. Nothing calms me like being barefoot at the beach, right? And so science is finally now finding some ways to prove, oh, wow.
Yep.
Our organic being is actually, affected by having our feet grounding down. We're electrical beings. And so
that
when you ground
it
into the earth or into sand, they're finally proving that with science, that's not just someone who loves to go on vacation to the Cape, right? There's something to be said for actually being barefoot in the sand or barefoot on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So, and also ways to connect with the earth is gardening or taking care of houseplants as well.
Now is a perfect time for that.
Yep. Exactly. Okay, so, and then connecting with the moon as well goes with the nature aspect.
There's all kinds of moon apps. There's moon planners, there's moon calendars, there's moon apps. You don't have to do that work.
That is true. Syncing up your cycle with the moon.
White moonstone or rainbow moonstone is for the full moon, and black moonstone is for the new moon. So the new moon is dark. It's for setting intentions, and black moonstone is dark. And then the full moon is for manifestation and gratitude, right? You set those intentions 28 days earlier and have worked towards manifesting them. As the light of the moon grows, your intentions manifest and grow. And so the full moon
is awesome.
and the moonstone is about the gratitude and the manifestation of of the full moon, of your intentions being met. So yeah, black moonstone for new moon, and white moonstone for the full moon, and peach moonstone is for emotional balance.
There we go. All right, step 3 is nourishing, lavishing. I don't know why I keep saying that. And cherishing your body. So actually, I know Coral does a lot of that stuff 'cause she does yoga all the time.
Have to.
Yes.
Don't want to hit anyone.
So yeah, what are some ways that you love and nourish your body?
Yeah, I use crystals. What? No way. She said that?
Oh my God. I
Crystals
had
have
no
to be
idea.
within 12 inches of your body in order to interact with your electromagnetic field. So that's my favorite way to nourish my body. Crystals vibrate. They have a dominant oscillatory rate. And so they either have a higher or a lower rate. Usually a higher rate than human beings. Some have a lower rate, like a black tourmaline has a lower rate, right? That's why it like really grounds you if you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. It really
Which one was that?
Black tourmaline.
Good to know.
Black tourmaline, hematite, right? They're heavy in your hand, and they are also heavy energetically. They will pull that negative energy right out of you. But most crystals have a higher vibration frequency than human beings. So just by being around the crystals, you are nurturing your organic body, your molecular cellular body by being around them. But obviously, everything we talked about, drinking water, saying positive things to yourself and others, right? If you don't believe us, there's plenty of science and research being done to say that being barefoot, drinking water, saying positive things, being near crystals, these have a positive effect on the human body. Now, they will not help you win the lottery, and they will not, cure your terminal cancer, but they will improve your everyday living experience.
Yeah.
Being by the crystals.
There you go.
Yeah. So how can you
Doesn't
incorporate
hurt.
them more into your life?
Keep them in your pocket.
Yeah. It has to
Put
be
'em
within
next to your
12
bed.
inches of you. So how are you going to get it
Right on your nightstand. Put
12
something under
inches
your
of you?
pillow.
Yeah.
There's so many
Both of
different
these stones
ways.
are fine for sleeping with.
Bathing with as well?
The bathing with, yeah. Sometimes I stay away from quartz for the sleeping because it is so high vibe. So if you're sleeping with a rose quartz and you're having trouble sleep, maybe go for the moonstone, maybe go for something else. Quartz is one of the highest vibration stones there is on the planet. Rose quartz has a gentler vibration than clear quartz. So that's why I say that they're both good for sleeping with or napping with or meditating with or praying with. But the quartz is definitely high vibe. So if you have rose quartz and you're struggling to sleep, maybe put the quartz away from the bed.
That is good to know.
That's how I take care of the body.
Oh, that's awesome. And we even have water bottles here that have crystals inside. So again, you don't want to put just random crystals inside. You want to make sure
Please do your homework.
they're
Please make it a
safe.
quartz and that they're safe. There's enough people who have written information on it to know which ones are safe or not.
Also, about the rose quartz, if you want to talk about the yoni a little bit.
Yeah.
We don't have any at the shop, but there are wands and eggs.
Yeah. We do not carry any pleasure tools at Funky Stuff. Maybe in 2024, I don't know. But there are plenty of companies that specialize in it. I would recommend going to a company that specializes it because that's what they do.
Exactly.
They specialize in pleasure toys, maybe all just gemstone pleasure toys, or maybe it's a variety, but we specialize in crystals at large, and we don't specialize in specific tools that would maybe have an intimate insertion in the body. So make sure you do your homework, make sure you get them from a reputable company, but I'm happy to say that there are plenty of companies out there that have the grade and the cut and the quality that you want. So there's grade A all the way up to like AAA, and then there's grade, I think D is the lowest, might be, no one wants a grade F, right? But you want a higher grade if you're going to have it touching your body or your food or your water, right? Especially if it's inserting, you want as high grade as you can. That's why they make jewelry so high grade, right? Because it's supposed to be touching your skin for long periods of time. You don't want any chipping or cracking or staining or rubbing off or any reactions like that. Also, the cut, right? You have to, the yoni, anything for your yoni needs to be cut and polished. Nothing is raw. Everything is polished. There should be no chips or dents or anything like that. You don't want any micro tears. It needs to be polished, it needs to be cut, and it needs to be, I don't want to say aerodynamic, but like a shape that's good for your yoni. which any pleasure toy from a pleasure company is going to be cut and polished and a shape that is soothing to the female anatomy. I would say stick with your quartz-based for pleasure toys, and also the aventurines and the obsidians. Those stones are the correct hardness, right? They're not soft. They're not going to disintegrate or crack or break or anything like that. Fluorite is too soft. If you've got a strong yoni, you can break a fluorite right in half, right? Too soft. You got to have a good hardness on the crystals, which I mean hardness on the hardness scale. So
we should look for the same qualities in men.
Yes, I love it. Yes.
Hilarious.
So anyways, I could talk about yonis all night, and if you guys have questions, you want to know more, you can always email us or ask us. There's all sorts of information out there.
But all the info.
Quartz,
there we go.
right? Clear quartz, smoky quartz, citrine, rose quartz, amethyst. Those are all approved stones for a pleasure yoni piece. Also, the aventurines, red, blue, green, yellow, pink, any of the aventurines. The aventurines are quartz-based anyways. They have a less quality, like a less concentration of the silica, but they're still a quartz base. And then the obsidian, which is a volcanic glass. Yeah. Yep. Yay, I'm so glad you guys are loving it. So yeah, we were just talking about the feminine being, and so rose quartz is a beloved crystal for whether it's facial love, right? We see facial rollers and gua shas and eye pads, like eye circles and that sort of thing, hair combs in rose quartz. And we also see a lot of pleasure toys. I have one. I tell you, there's no orgasm like a rose quartz orgasm. Kids, put your earmuffs on. Should have said that first, but throwing that out there. And then, yeah.
Nice.
Giving it to you, yoni style.
All right, so that is loving and cherishing your body right there.
Woo!
And then the last two steps is step 4, your relationships with others. We touched base on that a tiny bit a few minutes ago. You mentioned that. So relationships are so important. Like we were saying, most of the time we wait until the person is deceased to like sit around and talk about how grateful they were for their lives and what positive impact they made in their lives and how much they love that person and why they love that person. Do that now. Tell your loved ones how much you love them, your friends, your family, your loving relationships. You know, think about the ways that you are grateful for them and show them that you're grateful for them and show them that you care for them. Think about what you want to do for them, and heal the relationships that you feel are broken, or take a step back from the relationships that you know aren't serving you or them, really.
Crystals are a great gift to show someone you love and care about them that they can have for a lifetime, right? It took thousands of years for these crystals to be made, and they will be around for thousands of more years, right? So there's plenty of great gifts, but like chocolates don't last, flowers don't last, any gift that has a battery doesn't last. Talking about yoni toys, right? Some of my yoni toys come with a battery, and they will at some point give out and stop working. My yoni toys that are out of quartz, rose quartz, they never don't work. They always are perfect. No charging necessary. But yeah, crystals are a great way to show someone your unconditional love, your undying love, because they're gonna have it. It's never gonna expire. It's never gonna go bad. It's never gonna lose its value. It's never gonna need batteries or an update. They're perfect just as they are. So great way to show love.
Yeah. Oh, that was just making me think when my stepbrother passed away. I bought crystals for me, my mom, my stepdad, and my other stepbrother, and one for me, or one for all of us, and then we had a second one for my stepbrother. So we kept one and then put one in his casket with him.
Yeah. And the crystals, they can vibrate, they can talk to each other, and so that's a beautiful idea. Whether you're putting it in a casket or a grave or giving to someone, right?
Yeah.
And again, science is catching up, that they can see that when you separate two molecules or two atoms or two crystals and you do something to one in another room, the other one in the separate room reacts as if that same thing is being done to it. So they do have a connection. And so it's a beautiful way of connecting.
Yeah. Oh, Nina, you're going to have to rewatch it. We talked about some great things today.
I'm glad you think it's such a great convo. Yeah, don't you worry. The replay will be up soon.
Yes.
And we definitely gave out some wisdom today, for sure. We're almost done, soon to be wrapping it up. But if anyone has any questions about anything we talked about, I'm happy to do a refresher. If anyone wants to see any of the crystals again, just you're entered for the giveaway just by commenting. So anyone who just jumped on, at least say, hey, what's up? I love crystals, and we're giving away a moonstone heart. And yeah, the replay will be up for you. This will be open for 24 hours. So anything that you like. Well,
Good time to come in.
I didn't talk about yoni pleasure the whole time.
Oh, yeah, no.
That
It
was
was
just
just a
the
small
end, just
amount.
the spice at the end. But yeah, this will be open for 24 hours.
Yeah,
so
and we
you
talked
can-
about rose quartz and moonstone. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
interested. But I also, fifth step was connecting with goddesses. So simple as that. Do some research on the different goddesses out there with different religions and everything. See who you want to connect to. Or just connect with the earth or with your inner goddess. So just connecting with your goddesses. And then I did want to share, I'm not going to read this because it's too long, but there is this poem written by Doreen Valentine called The Charge of the Goddess. So I also got this printout from Tala, my teacher that I was talking about earlier. So just like to show you guys the title under here. So everyone that's on the stream tonight, search this. Oh, Tom.
The Charge of the Goddess.
There we go. Yeah, so search that, read that. It's beautiful. And there you go. So, Sarah! Well, I'm so glad that you caught us at the end. Your name will still be entered into the wheel to win our giveaway today. But this was a great stream. It will be reposted when we're done. So make sure you hop on and see the recap.
Thanks, Meg,
Yeah.
for a wonderful Monday night. Thank you for everyone who
thank you,
joined.
I'm so glad that you joined me
I love
today.
it. I love crystals.
I love Andrew, but it's very nice to have some coral time.
Woo! You hear that, Andy
Yeah.
Dandy?
Andy
Coming in
Dandy
clutch coral is in the
Ireland
house.
right now. Andy Dandy's in Ireland, so he's gonna have some
Enjoying
stories
himself
and pictures
thoroughly.
to share
Can't
with
wait.
us.
Hope he brings us home some crystals.
Yes, yeah, I hope so too. I hope he brings home something.
Yeah.
Ireland. I've never been. Have you been?
No, I have not.
So jealous, but glad Andrew's there. He's been wanting to go for a long time. So happy
Miss you,
for him.
Andrew. Shout out to Tom, crushing it behind the scenes. Jokes and all. We could not do it without him, not even a little bit.
That is true.
Not on our best day. So grateful for you, Tom. Thank you to the
And,
Funky Stuff crew that put it
yeah.
all together.
Thank you, Kelly, for joining us. It's our first crystal convo today. So
I'm so glad you liked it.
we really
Welcome.
try. We really try to go on every single Monday.
It's always different. So glad you liked today. Hope you like the next one. Wheel of Names. Are we doing it right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Test.
Add my Nick.
Oh. It's okay if you don't want to do it now. I didn't know if you were testing or doing it.
Oh, just a test.
We are about to spin the wheel, so one more chance to comment if you haven't yet to win our Moonstone Heart giveaway. So comment right now in order to be entered to win. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Kelly, for joining. Every single week we try to come on. It's always on a Monday, at least for now. And we have a different topic that we talk about every week. And then we have different crystals to show you that are for sale, 20% off. Again, all of our Crystal Convos sales last for 24 hours. So if you just hopped on now, or if you're watching this later on, you are welcome to comment for the next 24 hours and claim crystals.
Get your crystal on.
Oh, thank you, Kelly, for spreading the word. Yeah, it's always a good time talking to you guys.
Every week.
Yep. All
Catch
right.
us soon.
We ready to spin that wheel? Okay.
Spin it, spin it. Mondays
You're
no
welcome,
longer suck. So
Teresa.
glad you like it, Lisa.
Yes. We are here to brighten up those Monday blues.
So glad, yeah. I'm glad you guys are digging the later time.
Yes,
We're
this
trying some
worked
different
out.
times out. So.
Yep. Yeah,
watch it,
hoping
like,
that,
the later
you know,
time. Some people are still at
it'll
work
be
earlier
easier
in the
for people to
day.
log
Yeah.
on. Yeah, get home from your busy Monday work day, sit on the couch, relax, you know, have some spiritual talk and get some crystals. It's a good way to end a Monday. All right, here is the wheel. So everyone who has commented is entered into the wheel. Is Taylor entered into it? She just commented.
I'll have to add her.
Okay. Taylor, we will add you right now. And then we're gonna spin. What are you doing after this?
This will be my third job of the day, so I'm gonna eat
Third
something
job.
and
Oh
go
yeah.
home.
Okay. Oh my gosh. This girl works like crazy.
Yeah.
I used to do that. I used to have 3 jobs, but I had to. Now I have 2.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go home and feed my cats and feed myself, and I hope to be
Yes.
asleep soon.
Yes,
with my
I hope so,
moonstone
too.
and my rose quartz.
Yeah, you deserve it. Get some good
Snoring
sleep.
with my radiant goddess self, and all the radiant goddesses around me. Alana Fairchild has some amazing books on goddesses and crystal goddesses, if that's something you're interested. There's lots of good authors, but she's a favorite of mine.
Yeah. I think I have cards by her.
Yeah, she has a lot of great decks.
All right.
Wheel of Names.
We are finally spinning the wheel to see who will win the Moonstone
Tap it, tap,
heart.
tap, 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 it, tap, tap. And what? Oh, who? How goes it? Is it?
Taylor!
Taylor!
Hey, well that worked out for you. That's awesome. Congrats. All right,
Yes.
Taylor, so we will message
This
you. We
is
will
what you
get you
won.
your Moonstone heart. This is perfect to keep in your pocket, in, you know, your purse, your bra, wherever you
I'm glad she's excited. Yeah. And Sarah, I'm glad you're interested. Alana Fairchild has books, she has oracle decks, she has meditations on Spotify. Like, the woman is absolutely crushing it. So I listened to her meditations and her album for sleep. She made an album for going to sleep, which is great. I use her cards every day. Her books are really inspiring. She even has journals, like the most. So enjoy.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing that, Coral. This
Yeah.
has been awesome working with you today. Talking with you
Yes. May your week be full of goddess
Yes.
energy.
And if you guys have any questions or, you know, comments about our stream today, feel free to just send us a message on our Funky Stuff page and we will get back to you.
Please ask Tom many questions about yoni tools.
Or Andrew.
Yes, we will send them to Andrew in Ireland so he can give you his best shamanistic perspective.
There we go.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Thank you
right.
for being with us.
Bye. Thank you. Oh yeah, they could still hear us, right? Normally Andrew's singing a song right now.
Andrew this.
Andrew this, not here.
Meganite. Coral doesn't need a special name because she's already a mineral.
Wow, that was a good one. Shout out to Kai and Adrian, our owners, and Tom. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you.
The funky boy.
And the rest of the funky crew that make funky what it is. Wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. And of course, big shout out to you guys.
Woo!
And Mr. Funky, don't want to forget about him.
I have to make a drop at the shop from the event we did yesterday, so
Okay.
just if you see the lights on, we're not being burglarized.
Sounds good. Definitely don't want to be burglarized.
Thanks for another Monday night, friends.
You are welcome.
It was great. I loved it. I'll see you guys later.